I'm about to show you how to turn cheap wood into a $75 piece of fall decor in under 1 hour. This extra large rustic wood pumpkin is so simple to make, yet it looks absolutely stunning, and I'm gonna give you the free template to make your own. Hi, I'm Jen with Woodcraft Blueprints. I built a 6-figure woodworking business on Etsy making simple items. Now I teach all skill levels how to make basic yet trendy decor without having to have a big industrial shop. For this project, you're going to need a tape measure, safety glasses, and a dust mask because this I'm going to be using cedar. Also, I'm going to be using a jigsaw with a wood blade. You could also cut these pieces out on a bandsaw or a scroll saw, but I just think it's easier to do it with a jigsaw personally. And you also need your free tracer. So it prints off on multiple sheets that I'm gonna tape together. I'm gonna tape together at the seams and then cut the big pumpkin shape out. And then you can use that over and over again once it's done to create more pumpkins. Now that we have our big old pumpkin tracer cut out, we're gonna start getting boards sized up. I'm using cedar fence pickets. They are, a little over 5 inches wide. You can use any wood, which is really great about this project because it's a great opportunity to use up scrap wood that you already have. So I have these cedar fence pickets. I'm not really using or making a lot of summer stuff anymore, so this is a great opportunity to use up my fence pickets. So what I like to do, and I'm gonna put my boards at an angle. You can go straight up and down. You can go horizontal. I'm gonna put mine at an angle. I'm gonna lay my boards out and then I will trace the shape on there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll have to make a few cuts on my miter saw to get them down. But you want enough overlap on the edges so that you just don't cut a board too short. And I mean, the angle can be like however you want it. Let's see here, kind of move this way. Always put your longest boards in the middle here. This should be about 32 inches. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these down. Okay, so getting these laid out, I have 6 total. The longest one is 32 inches. Then I have 3 at 30 inches, and then 2 at about 24 inches. So just to give you an idea. Okay, now with the stem, do not cut that piece into 2 pieces. You want to make sure it stays 1 piece. So I'm gonna get this tracer out from under here. And this is going to be the back side. So if you, there's this ugly spot here, I'm going to have that on the back side. You kind of want to hide those type of things here. All right. And this is rustic. I know, cedar is really rough. The edges need cleaning up that I'm not going to do. I'm just going to leave it as is. See what I'm talking about here? This board, I don't want to split in 2 pieces, so I need to make sure that it comes together, just like that. And once you get your boards lined up, you can twist it, turn it, however you want. Now I'm going to start tracing. Make sure you have plenty of space on the ends there. Don't shortchange yourself. Now using my extra pieces, I'm going to put on my connecting pieces that I call them to keep these together. Because you want to make sure those end ones that you are able to get to them. I think I will cut All right, I'm gonna add a glue to this first connecting piece, and I will add more pieces, but I'm going to add them after I cut it out so that they are not in the way of the jigsaw, because these will be in the way of the jigsaw. Just add a little bit more. Adding glue just gives it some extra strength. I'm being a little careless with the glue. It's such a rough face. Just make sure. Okay. Now you can use screws to put this together, a drill, but just make sure they're 1 inch. I'm gonna just use brad nails because it's a lot faster. Okay, so I'm gonna use 1 inch long brad nails. You don't want to use 1 1/4; they'll go through the front. So you gotta make sure that they are short. I'm just gonna start towards the middle and work my way out. Kind of push the pieces together a little bit. If you're shooting through a knot, be careful. Make sure it doesn't, try to blow out. All right, now I'm ready to cut this out with the jigsaw. I'm gonna follow this line. Remember, this is the back side. So the blades on a jigsaw blade go up, so the tear out will be on the back side, so that's perfect. The only thing is right here, I'm gonna have to finish that flip it over and finish it, because this base plate's gonna run into that connector. No big deal. I'm using a Bosch blade, 10 TPI. Always get asked that. I like to wear gloves when I use a jigsaw. Make sure you have your safety glasses on as well. And I'm just gonna cut right outside of this line. If a piece starts to vibrate, you just kind of have to hold it down a little bit, because right here, there's not a lot connecting them, so just something to think about. All right, now there's a couple little spots I need to touch up here and here, and I can just kind of see with my eyes where I need to do that. All right, so now I'm going to add some more connecting pieces on the back here now that the cutting is done, because one is not enough, and there needs to be more. There needs to be some right here for sure. I definitely need more support here at the stem, I can see. And this piece is a little flimsy, but I think I'm just gonna put some more brad nails in it. And I might add a little piece right there. Take off a corner there. I use a lot of brad nails because they're not very strong, so there's strength in numbers, so I just use a lot. All right, I just want a little bit more. So these are good over here. Just want a little bit for this guy here. Let me see. Let me look at my scraps and see if there's something here. All right, so could definitely add a little one over here if I wanted, but it's really not necessary. So now I'm just gonna give this a quick sand and just kind of, first of all, I will sand off any pencil marks, and then if there's any, shapes that I need to kind of touch up, I will do that now as well. And now we are ready for paint. I'm gonna put one coat on of, it's called Kalahari Sunset. Now I am doing kind of a cross between like a dry brush coat. So because cedar is so rough, naturally rustic, I'm gonna take advantage of that. And when I'm painting, I'm not doing a full solid coat. I want those saw marks to come through. So I'm gonna put a coat on, I call it like a light coat. And then once that dries, I'll actually touch it up with the sander, like around these edges here, just to give it a more weathered and distressed look. Once that paint is dry, I'm just gonna hit it with the sander and get those outside edges to give that naturally worn look. All right, now we are all done with our extra large porch pumpkin. Now, you can finish this off with a clear coat if you want, not really necessary. Also, some finishing things that we could do, we could add some wording to it, like Happy Halloween, you know, or just welcome, because it's likely gonna be on people's porches. You could also put a really cute bow on here as well. So lots of ways to paint this, finish it, market it, sell it, and decorate with. So if you like projects just like this, then you need to be in the membership. I have tons of fall projects that you can make today when you join. I will have the link in the description.